Hey guys, Engineer Pat 5290 coming to you with the first Q&A response video for 2021. We're going to kick it off with lots of questions, guys. It's really good start. I've looked through a lot of these questions and I really like this. Um, we're going to kick it off with Trayman 1993 and My Leg are the first two users. Trayman 1993 asks, your favorite Lionel train? It's kind of hard to say because Lionel has produced so many good products over the years, and Lionel has always just been a good manufacturer in general. They've produced a lot of good stuff, and thanks to one man, Joshua Lionel Cowan. Favorite pizza place? Well, if it's local, there's a place, well, in my city called Amici's. They got local pizzas, one called Al Forno's, Joe's Pizza and Pizza in Franklin. Now, as far as a chain goes, I would have to go with Domino's or Papa John's and Little Caesars every once in a while. Favorite hobby store? I just like hobby shops in general because they're just all different. I love going into train stores. So thank you, sir, for your questions. My leg comes in with some questions. Thank you. NS 1066 or the 1071. I actually like both. CSX or NS 911. I have to go with NS because they were the first ones to do it. CSX 3194 or the NS 8103. I gotta take 3194 on this one. NS 1072 or the 8025. Like both. CP 7020 or NS 1071. 1071. Have you heard of 8139 UK5LA? I have actually not seen that unit. Now, what steam locomotives would you like to bring back? Obviously, 611 is running. Now, of course, the N&W 1218 and the 2156 are the two that I would really want to come back. Have you seen Conrail Shared Assets? No, but that is on my list to go see. But Train Act Productions has seen the operations as well as Standard Gauge Railroader. Definitely two channels you need to look at. Do you know 1073's K5LA used to come from a CSX Ace? That's very unusual, and that's pretty neat. Do you miss the 40Es in helper service? Not really. The only reason they were taken off of helper service is because the ACUs have better dynamic braking. And since the ACUs are the newest rebuilds, they put those into service up there. So you're going to be seeing the 40Es float around in just regular service, which I think is wonderful. You know, it's 6301 and 6300 RX N&W, yes, because N&W I think got the two SD50s to try out, but they never bought a whole bunch of them, like after that. So they're the only two X N&W rebuilds out of that class, and the rest of them are X Conrails. Do you play Train Sim World 2? No. Your favorite cake? Ooh, I love chocolate cake. I love cheesecake, and mostly anything sweet. And as 1067 or 8104, both of them. 8104 or the UP 1111, like both. 8098 for NS or the 1073, 8098. N&W 611 or the UP 844, 611. CSX 27, that's actually not a CSX steamer, that's a CNO steam engine. The 2716 or the N&W 1218, N&W 1218. What do you think of the new Acela? I have seen it in pictures. I really don't have a lot of thoughts on that yet. I'll look at it better in detail soon. CSX 1-2 or the NS Patch Conrail, both. What was your best sunset catch? F763 on December the 27th as it went into the sunset. Conrail or the N&W, I like both. P5 or P3, I like both because they sound pretty. Have you seen Canadian National? Only a few times. The 1069 or the 1074, like both. CP 6644, the CSX 3194, have to be the 3194. The BNSF War Bonnet or the Pevler Blue, the fake bonnet was a total trash ripoff of the real deal. Has to be the Santa Fe War Bonnet. It does need to say ATSF on the nose and the sides. It cannot say BNSF. What shorelines run by in your area? Well, the Commonwealth Railway. Let's see if you go a little bit further, the Norfolk Portsmouth Beltline runs, as well as the Buckingham Branch and the Chesapeake and Albemarle. And the K5H or the K5L squared A or the LLA for the win. So thank you, sir, for your questions. King of Love Train comes back. Great to see you again. Favorite CSX locomotives? For rebuilds, gotta go with the CM40-8Ws and the CM44s and the YN2 AC44s and most of the EMDs in YN2. Favorite truck, Kenworth W900. Favorite Norfolk Southern locomotives, most any of the EMDs and even the SD70 Ace. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Andrew Lieb comes back with some questions. Thank you. What was your best train video for 2020? Well, I'm not going to say that I actually have a favorite. I just like them because all of them are different, because all of them have different catches. Do you think that NNW can be converted to burnt oils to be able to run excursions over the U.S.? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Favorite Operation Steam locomotive in general? 611 is my top pick. The 4449 is my second pick. And also the 4014. Was 2020 your best year of railfan so far? It's been one of the best. In all the years I have been very blessed to get trains everywhere that I can. Do you know any of the further updates on the restorations on the following ones? The only one I know of is 1309. They've been getting that run under its own power, and Steven Sane Productions actually asked that in one of his, and yes, it is under its own power. And Steve, I know I haven't gotten to your questions yet, but that has run under its own power, and it made a pretty nice article in Trains Magazine and also on the internet. I was really glad to see it. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for serving your questions. CMO Trains comes in. Good to see you. Glad to see that you're on. Favorite GE locomotive can be past or current. U36B, B36-7. Current one right now that's still operating. AC44 and CSX YN2. C40-8 and YN2, and also for the Norfolk Southern Whiskers paint. Favorite scale to model, I like HO and I like O gauge. Favorite heritage unit, Norfolk Southerns was good because they were one of the first that did it. Actually, they were the second because UP was actually the first. Favorite model train manufacturer, well, it depends on the scale. If it's HO, I like Bachmann, Athearn, and Atlas and Intermountain. I also like Lionel for O gauge as well as Atlas. Favorite railroad paint scheme, the NS Horsehead #1. Number 2 is the CSX YN2. Number 3, the CSX Golden Beaver. I love the Canadian National paint scheme. Even the Alaska Railroads is really nice as well. So they're my top 5 favorites. So thank you very much for your questions. Transcontinental Railfan comes back. Great to see you again. B&O, CNO, or Western Maryland has to be Western Maryland. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups or the Boyer Mallow Cups. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups for the win. Pennsylvania or New York Central. I like both because they were different. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Stephen KC comes back. Great to see you, buddy. Your top 5 model train manufacturers. Lionel, Bachmann, Athearn, Atlas, and Intermountain. They're my top 5. MTHs would be a number 6. Thoughts on carrot cakes? Oh, I love carrot cake, especially when it's been refrigerated. Mexican or Italian? I actually like both. When was the last time you saw a caboose besides on VO7? I saw one not too recent. I'm not going to give that away. Pumpkin, it's in one of my newest videos. I'm not going to give that last question away. Pumpkin pie or apple pie, I love both. Santa Fe Blue Goose or the Milwaukee Red Hiawatha? Milwaukee Red Hiawatha. Thoughts on the Chase Maryland crash that happened on January 4th of 87? That was just a complete, oh my God, no words to describe that. That was a horrific crash. And I will just leave it at that. It was just horrific. And I forgot, let's see, 30 years was in 2017. It's been 33 years since that wreck has happened. That sparked a lot of current concepts on the railroad. Favorite paint schemes on the 60 and 60M, Conrail for both, Norfolk Southern Horsehead for the 60, and also the Canadian National scheme for the 60s as well. How would you like the Pier 6 Hopper? Pier 6 Hopper was made at HO scale. I would love it because I would be one of the first to buy it. Do you like the show Family Guy? Never been a big fan. Now the B30-7 or the U30B, U30B on this one. The semaphore or the color light position signals, or the color position, or the three position signals. I like both of them because they are different. Do you prefer burgers with fries or potato chips? French fries for the win, baby. The CSX 40-3 or the UP 40N. The 40N because it's an upgraded SD 40-2. The one thing they did was upgrade the inside of the cab. Reading Northern or Providence and Worcester. I've seen them in pictures, but I've never seen them in person. But both those railroads are pretty cool. The CNJ or the Frisco. I actually liked both of those railroads because both of those railroads are very unique. Favorite candy blend, Nerds or M&M? Like example, Nerds or M&Ms. M&Ms, Skittles, Reese's, I'm trying to think. Hershey's chocolate for the win. There's a lot of good candies out there, and even Werther's original caramels. Not so much a Twizzlers fan anymore, but I like a lot of candy. I don't eat a lot of it much anymore. Intermountain or tangent scale. I'm more familiar with Intermountain. Oil or coal burning steam locomotives. Good old coal. And his last one, IHOP or Denny's, has to be IHOP. Belgian waffle with strawberries or blueberries, whipped cream and powdered sugar, and I'm set. So, thank you, sir, for your questions. And now that last one just made me hungry. And Steven Sane Railfan Productions will end this one. As mentioned, it's great to see you, buddy. Did you hear 1309's finally moving under its own power? Yes, I answered that one early, and I'm glad both him and Andrew actually kind of came together with those questions on that. How was January? It's been a good month. And you feel like you're going to make it to Tweety this year? Well, it depends on work, and it also depends on the virus. So hopefully I might be able to kind of slip up that way. So, gentlemen, it is with that we end this Q&A prompt, and even the responses. Really great questions, guys. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So don't forget, if you didn't ask something this past month rather, you can ask one in February, and the prompt is coming up Monday the 1st at 8 o'clock in the morning. So you'll have lots of time to ask some questions. So awesome questions, guys. Keep these coming for 2021. All right, thank you guys for watching this Q&A prompt and responses, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank y'all, and may God bless.